This is a carnewscafe.com podcast quick sip.
Hello, this is Aaron from carnewscafe.com. Today we're going to talk about the 2014 Nissan Rogue. The 2014 Nissan Rogue sees a lot of improvement on an already great crossover in the small to mid-size segment. The addition of zero-gravity seating, a more usable third row, and a better-looking exterior design come with high fuel economy, smart ergonomics, and a generally useful, family-friendly, and very well-considered little Rogue of an offering in this contentious segment. We received the 2014 Rogue on a Monday and set out early Tuesday morning on a road trip from Wyoming to Utah, roughly 550 total miles, one way. Arriving that night, we spent several days in Utah, during which the university town we were in had graduation, which meant a lot of heavy city traffic. This highlighted the useful optional technologies our Rogue contained. We returned on Saturday, finishing our Rogue to Grandma's trip, which we will detail soon. Our time in the 2014 Rogue was eventful and proved it to be a family-friendly and useful little crossover with a lot more versatility than a first glance might assume. The Rogue's new look is in line with the rest of the Nissan lineup, with the nose slightly blunted from its former beak-like sharpness. The rear hatch is more rounded, and the second door and window get a coupe-like upward swoop. Our test model had a beautiful midnight jade color that is a deep green nearing black with golden fleck mixed in. Many small changes were also made to the Rogue's exterior compared to the 2013 model year, all meant to enhance the sporty look of the crossover, as well as give it a lower-appearing stance for a slightly aggressive appeal. Like most Nissans, the 2014 Rogue has a contemporary but slightly aggressive look that sets it up for appeal to a broad audience. On our test model, the SV trim level brings the chrome additions, beautiful alloy wheels, and the optional roof rack. Inside the 2014 Rogue is almost completely new. Seating is the zero-gravity offered first in last year's Altima. This creates a huge amount of comfort for the driver and front passenger, but the second row sees no slacking in this as well, with very adjustable seats in a 40-20-40 split fold. It's part of the Easy Flex seating system in the Rogue. The optional third row in our family package is very small, but is suitable for small children and safety seats to allow adults to have that second row. During our test, we had 4 full-grown adults and 2 toddlers in the car with very little cramping. All seating in the second and third row folds flat for excellent cargo space, which we used to its ultimate in our road trip to Utah. Even with the second row up and slid most of the way back, we were able to get a phenomenal amount of stuff into the cargo area of this little 2014 Nissan Rogue. As expected, the Nissan Connect infotainment system is top-notch and one of the easiest to use in the industry. Our SV Premium Package test vehicle had the full Sirius XM suite and 7-inch display as well. This is a nice option, but is still optional and not really a need for a lot of people. Under the hood, the Rogue is powered by a proven 2.5-liter dual overhead cam inline 4-cylinder engine that outputs a reliable 170 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. This runs through a new generation Xtronic CVT, or continuously variable transmission. It can be had in front or all-wheel drive. Our test model was all-wheel drive. This gives the 2014 Nissan Rogue an EPA rating, as we drove it, of 28 miles per gallon combined, 25 in the city, 32 on the highway. Our test drive was about 1,100 miles in total, most of it high-altitude mountain driving and intense city driving, which resulted in an average of 24.6 miles per gallon overall. On the highway, we saw nearly 26 through the mountains and about 27 as we returned on a more flat trajectory. At all times, the Rogue was fully loaded with passengers and often a lot of cargo. Without all that extra weight, we see no reason it could not achieve its 32 miles per gallon highway rating for those who drive carefully. On the road, everything in the Rogue is made for utility and convenience. A true family car, the 2014 Rogue is very comfortable on the highway, with all of us packed in, plus a week's worth of gear for 4, including 2 toddlers. It was spacious and well considered. Of the 1,100 miles we put on the car, I personally drove about 900 of them, and I was never uncomfortable except when pit stops were imminent. During our time in the city, we were in downtown Provo, Utah during graduation week at Brigham Young University. This meant that an already bustling town had twice the traffic and congestion it usually did. This time in the 2014 Nissan Rogue proved the usefulness of the many parking and safety enhancements the new Rogue can employ. Our model included a rear backing camera, Nissan's around view monitor, lane departure and collision warnings, and blind spot monitoring. All of this came in handy while we traversed the thickly congested city. Parking was especially a breeze in this new Rogue. We had 6 people in the car at once, utilizing that third row, as well as 4 people with full cargo, and never once felt cramped. This is a testament to the intelligent ergonomics of the new crossover's design. Although we didn't have to drive in snow or ice in our time in the Rogue, we did have heavy rain and high winds. Not once did we ever feel unsafe in this Rogue with the all-wheel drive system. It's a very sure-footed little crossover. The small to medium crossover segment is extremely contentious and is the fastest growing automotive market in the U.S. Key competitors for the 2014 Rogue are going to be the Toyota RAV4, the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, the Subaru Forester, and the Ford Escape. With the exception of the Escape, we have reviewed all the other vehicles on that list. All of these are strong contenders in this market with different strengths and weaknesses. The RAV4 has more interior refinement but is less sporty and utilitarian in comparison to the Rogue. The Outlander Sport is just as utilitarian but is less sporty as well, while the Subaru Forester is less comfortable but more capable and has a sturdier feel. The Ford Escape is overall the closest match to the Nissan Rogue for comparison across the board, but doesn't have the fuel economy the Rogue can boast without that expensive Ford EcoBoost upgrade. Some strong points for the little Rogue are that it's highly ergonomic and very family-friendly and has very intelligent packaging for various price points and needs. Weaknesses are that it might be small for some and is not really that off-road capable, but it is competent in all adverse weather. To conclude, the 2014 Nissan Rogue is a very well-designed, all-around small to medium-sized crossover. It handles itself well, offers plenty of versatility option, and is easy to drive and enjoy. Inside and out, the Rogue is a highly competitive, complete package for a segment that sees some of the best that automakers have to offer. So for CarNewsCafe.com, this has been Aaron talking about the 2014 Nissan Rogue. Coming soon, we'll have a wrap-up of the full Rogue to Grandma's House road trip. Talk to you again soon.